Hey everyone, I've noticed this single-zone wood wine cooler popping up everywhere lately, especially in home bar setups and open-concept kitchens. People seem to be pairing it with their coffee stations or turning it into a stylish mini cellar under the counter. I finally got my hands on one and wanted to share what it's really like to live with it day to day. If you're curious about the specs, the link is in the description so you can check it out on Amazon. First off, the build is solid. It's wrapped in real wood laminate that looks way more premium than the price tag suggests. The double-pane tempered glass door does a great job blocking UV light, which is key if you're storing whites or rosés that can fade over time. I keep a few bottles of Sauvignon Blanc in there right now, and after a month the labels still look brand new. The interior LED lighting is subtle but bright enough to spot a bottle without opening the door, which is handy when you're trying to grab something quickly. Cooling performance is where this thing really impresses me. It uses a compressor-based system, so it chills down to 40 degrees Fahrenheit in about 2 hours and stays consistent. I've tested it with the door open for 30 seconds to mimic a busy night, and it bounces right back without overshooting. Energy-wise, it's rated at around 100 kilowatt-hours per year, which is basically the same as a modern fridge. I've been running it non-stop for 2 months, and my electric bill hasn't budged. Noise is something I worried about, but it's quieter than my old mini-fridge. The compressor hums at a low level, more like white noise than a buzz. I've got it in the corner of my kitchen island, and you only notice it when everything else is silent. If you're sensitive to sound, you'll barely hear it over normal conversation. Capacity-wise, it holds about 8 bottles on the wire racks if you stand them up, or 12 if you lay them down. I've found the upright position works best for quick access, while the horizontal slots are great for longer-term storage. The racks themselves are metal and adjustable, so you can swap them around if you switch from Bordeaux to Burgundy bottles. One small quirk is the door seal. It's magnetic, but because the door is wood-framed, it doesn't close as tightly as a full stainless unit. I noticed a tiny bit of warm air sneaking in after a week, so I double-checked the gasket and it was fine, just needed a quick wipe. After that, it sealed perfectly again. The digital display on top is straightforward. You set the temperature with a simple dial, and there's a little light that turns red when it's cooling and green when it's at temp. No app, no Wi-Fi, which honestly feels like a relief. I don't need another gadget that's constantly pinging my phone. On the downside, the wood laminate can show fingerprints if you're not careful. It's not a deal breaker, but if you're going for a showroom look, you'll want to keep a microfiber cloth handy. Also, the door hinge isn't the smoothest, it takes a little extra force to close, but it's not enough to bother me after a few uses. Overall, this cooler strikes a nice balance between style, performance, and price. It's not huge, but it's perfect for a couple of people or a small collection. If you've been on the fence about adding a dedicated wine fridge to your space, this one's worth a look. The link is below if you want to check it out further. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For most buyers, the real question is not whether single-zone wood wine cooler with tempered glass door LED lighting sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like double-layer insulated tempered glass can prevent ultraviolet and the compressor cooling system is highly energy efficient, actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like single-zone wood wine cooler with tempered glass door LED lighting usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.